So what's a USP? A USP can be a uniquely serious problem or a unique selling proposition. Its purpose is to make sure that you can position yourself against your competition. You have to have a point of difference. You have to have a unique selling proposition. Most people just think that it's about your strapline or a slogan, but actually it's much more important than that. Your USP can become part of your marketing campaign. It can be central to what you're about. But actually it's much more important than just marketing. Your unique selling proposition has to be what your company stands for and what your why is, what makes you different in the world. There are 3 essential questions that your unique selling proposition should tackle. Number 1, why should I do business with you rather than anyone else? Number 2, what can your product and service do that no one else can? And number 3, what can you guarantee that no one else can? So with your unique selling proposition, you really have to do some soul searching. You've really got to think, what can you offer that no one else can? What do you do which is completely different? If you cannot summarize what your unique selling proposition is in 2 sentences, then you really have to think harder. You've got to come up with something which is really catchy. So let's break down this USP into the 3 different parts. Number 1, unique. Although you may doubt it at first, your customers don't really care that much about your price. That's not the key thing that's important to them. The key thing for them is the fact that you are unique. Now, FedEx famously did this with their saying, well, it absolutely positively has to get there overnight. That was their unique selling point. It didn't mean they were the cheapest in the market, but they delivered something that no one else could. Let's look at selling. Selling is a really important part because this is when the customer parts with their cash. John Lewis had a fantastic unique selling proposition when they said we were never knowingly undersold. This meant that their customers could part with their cash without having to worry about it. It was a brilliant opportunity for them and a great advantage. And then proposition. What you really need to know is your customer and your customer's potential pain points. Domino's Pizza did this brilliantly when they realised one of the biggest pain points for their customers is the fact they weren't getting their pizzas quickly enough. So Domino's Pizzas adopted for a strategy around their proposition, which was you got your pizza for free if it was delivered after 30 minutes, which is a brilliant thing which people talked about. It was a remarkable campaign. Domino's Pizzas then famously backed this up with a mobile app, and so you can now track your pizza coming to you. It's something that people love and people talk about. So what can you guys do to become unique in your marketplace? So how do you work out a great unique selling proposition? Biggest thing you have to do is you have to put yourself in the shoes of your customers. You have to think, what do they want? You need to start thinking about what drives them, what their emotional states are, what makes them your customer. A great way to think about this is, what do you want to become famous for? What do you really want to stand out and do? You have to do something differently to everyone else. This is what you can become known for, so make sure you love it as much as your customers do.